खूप खूप शुभेच्छा તમે કેમ છો મારો મિત્રીઓ સુપ્રભાત મારું નામ ક્રિસ ઠાકરી છે હું ગુજરાતી શીખું છું શિક્ષક નથી હું શીખવું છે મારું ગુજરાતી YouTube many માફ કરશો practice huh. Hey everyone, this is Yakety the Free playing on my free to play account, just trying to ad lib a little bit of the Gujarati, saying, I learn it, but I don't have a teacher, but I try to study it best I can. Laki do ek pustako do pustako Gujaratama laki do transo kagrio. So I've got like two books with about 300 pages of Gujarati practice and writing with the grammar and whatnot. So let's have a couple facts about Gujarat state in India before we get into some. Fortunately, Clan Boss gave me a void shard and an ancient shard. The main got two sacreds today from Ultra Nightmare, none on this one. But anyways, Gujarat is a northwestern state in India and it has the longest coastline at 1,596 kilometers. That's basically 1,000 miles of coastline. And it is the longest coastline, but it was also the state in India had the first port, the first seaport in all of India was in Gujarat. Another first for Gujarat state is the vegetarian menus available at Pizza Hut, Domino's, and Subway were the first in the world for those kind of fast food chain restaurant outlets to offer vegetarian meals. So the word for vegetarian in Gujarati is shakahari. Tani shaka, Tana shakahariche? Are you a vegetarian? So machli katanati, margi katanati, mas katanati, baflaenda, maybe? So you wouldn't eat, machli, fish, margi, chicken, bak, 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 and meat, is mas. But inda is eggs. So some vegetarians will eat eggs, but not fish. So aside from my intro here, having a little bit of fun with you guys this morning, trying to make animal farm sounds that I don't do very well, let's take a look at the first thing I think is important because yesterday I was going to show it and I didn't. Just to verify to people, that's how I got that one sacred shard yesterday, is I just cleared all of the monthly quest. The weekly quest gave the void and the ancient shard. That way everybody's fully aware that I'm a free to play account to the best of my ability to show it to you. Today is day 91 in the books, day 92 at reset soon. And there's not really special coming out rewards wise until like Monday with that nice chunk of energy. And again, I wish I got that 2,000 personal reward energy from clan versus clan. Obviously, I didn't. Otherwise, I might be able to push a bit deeper in this faction wars. So the dwarfs faction wars. I can't clear stage 20. Okay, I'll show you real quick who I have. It's not really important what's on them. As you see, they're not, I have a Morag and stuff, but it's these three Cephalias and two thin assholes. And these guys are just, they do work to you. So I'm going to try my best to pound down a Cephalia. And hopefully, when the ally attack comes, Master Butcher provokes. Or perfect. So that's the first time that Godfrey Brassclad has actually provoked a Cephalia. Why this guy at level 50 is strong. His A2, he attacks all enemies. He's got a 75% chance to place a stun. So let's see if he can stun anybody. Not bad for unbooked, right? Now here's the thing. You watch what this one, Cephalia, is now able to do. So I'm going to boost everybody's turn meter with Alvir, who I just bumped up to 5-star. Then I'm going to try to stern punish and stun with my 4-star Dolor here. On his, it's the strong affinity for him, but he's not going to land it. It's very rare, especially a 223 mob. So now I'm going to try to provoke with my Master Butcher for 2 turns. I don't know if I should try it on Sathalia because she's going to cleanse this stunned one here and fully heal her and everyone else by 10%. Or Thin Asshole. I think we're going to go with Thin Asshole because it's a guaranteed 2-turn provoke. So here we go. We'll see what happens. She didn't cleanse her. Now here's the chance, right? I got to try to provoke one of these two Cephalias with this Godfrey. Okay, he's got a 50% chance on his second hit. He's a two-time hitter. The second hit, 50% chance. And that's it. And you're about to see what happens in this wave with these Cephalias when you don't have enough damage. I'm going to try to use Dolor's A1 to block active skills. Remember, he's only a level 40 here. He's got a decent chunk of accuracy, but no books, no masteries. GG. So we're going to get out of that shit. It's not frustrating as much as being stuck on the Sylvan Watchers, which is opening later today at 61 because of the boss. However, I think I might be successful this time because I fully booked out my Creodin. But look over here. Lizardmen. Can you see that? I never have to go back into any stage of Lizardmen if I don't want to ever again, except to pick up mats. So here's the screenshot of the clear, stage 21, and I had to do two stages ahead of it to three-star them first as well. You can't see Jareg. He's obviously a superstar. He's in a Guardian set, Ally Protector, A1 decrease attack, 300,000 damage, 320,000 heals. This Terex has an AoE provoke. And to get that 4-star blessing, it definitely helps. Venomage obviously did the heavy lifting at almost, a million damage, 900,000 damage. And I found a great use for Delija. This Delija at 5-star, because you're going to need her for, what is her? Lady Suck Makagi's fusion, right? So I figured I might as well use this Delija maxed out for that in the faction war and Aox. So now I don't know where I would consider farming anymore in the lizards, but it's certainly not stage 20. Because if let's take a quick look at the times here, right? Like that's ridiculous. It's manual. I can't auto it. I don't think I could even auto it for a 1-star clear. So I'll probably come down to like 15 because I haven't been in 15 in like a month. Anyways, 744 Faction War stars on day 91, one away from getting another legendary skill tome. That would be fantastic news because I'm currently sitting on 5. To get another one, that would be 6. Okay. Now, I'm not saying I'm going to get any legendaries out of here. Obviously, I won't. But man, like who do you choose, right? Like this is huge. And I think Fabian. Armand's is amazing, yes, but I'll take a Fabian. And Stagnite or Deacon, right? I definitely need Bannerlord Stagnite. If I could pull a Stagnite, I would rip through my Bannerlords. And here's another one right here. Oh boy, if I could pull an Odin and a +1 Sabitha. None of this is happening. We're going to try anyways. Best wishes to you on your summons. And look, I have enough silver. I pre-planned correctly today. Summon chicken number 1, please. Oh, it's an epic. Oh my god, there's no way! Oof. Ooh, sorry to act like a fool, man, but wow. I have a few books, but wow. What a thank you. Thank you very much, Raid Shadow Legends. I might be able to push past stage 12s on Iron Twins now as well because this guy's got a decreased speed A1. Oof. Two-time hitting A1 decreased speed. Look at this. AoE has a 95% chance when you give him Sniper Mastery, 100% chance when fully booked, AoE decrease attack and speed. And right here, he puts an increase accuracy buff on an ally each time they have a debuff resisted. I can't believe I pulled the progressive chance on a YOLO. Whew. Well, I highly doubt Odin's coming out, but maybe it's finally a Bellower. Man, cold heart yesterday. Whew. And this chunky, ugly guy, Drown Bloat Wraith. That's insane, man. I can't believe I pulled Stagnite. Let's see if there's anything worthy picking up in here. I need to take a breather because we're going to go into the Souls Altar. I forget what it's called, but there's finally something in there today. It's the second time it's been there, and I can afford it. Ooh, and I'll get 50 gems soon, too. Nice, and 10 summons. So I haven't unlocked the gem mine, but I'm going to. I'm saving up for it. Oh my God, Stagnite on the YOLO, man. So let's take a quick look here. I only have one epic book because I did Creodin, but that's huge. If you pull a Stagnite and you don't know the power of him, he is definitely a high priority for getting to at least 5-star mastery, maxed out as best you can, as soon as you can, books and all. He is worth it. Wow. So let's go into the Altar of Souls. This free-to-play account has had one hell of a ride, man. But guess who's in the soul shop that I can afford today? Arbiter. Yes, please. Thank you. We're going to try another Ultra Nightmare Clan Boss key today. And it's going to be on the Spirit Affinity again. But I'm going to try something with Arbiter that I finally read the whole skill for this blessing. And it makes sense to me to try it on Arbiter because of a 1-star. Okay? Watch this. Let's go through this together. Man, what a day. Arbiter gets a soul and I pull a Stagnite? My God. So I'm taking Lightning Cage with Arbiter. Lightning Cage, what the hell? So whenever an enemy receives a buff or has their turn filled, so it's going to be the clan boss getting the increased attack buff, okay? Arbiter's going to get a Lightning Orb stack. Forget all the shit that happens about the activating it when the clan boss can't, apply or sorry, strip a buff from her. But whenever she gets 3 Lightning Orb stacks, she's going to hit the enemy based on its max HP. So look at this. I'm going to hit the clan boss for 1% of its max HP anytime Arbiter has a full stack of Lightning Orb. That's almost like the babyest version, like an uncommon version of Geomancer's passive. Okay? So Arbiter's the stun target in my Spirit Affinity clan boss fights. So she loses. She only normally did almost 1 million damage if you watch the last 2 days. So I'm curious about that Lightning Cage now. It also bumped up her HP by a significant chunk. She just picked up 7,500. So I don't know how much that's going to affect hers when she gets punched, but I'm excited. Let's go, boys and girls. A Stagnite and an Arbiter. And I don't think today is going to be a 2-key day on Ultra Nightmare because the first key was 30 million on Void. But let's go. Let's see what happens with this new Lightning Cage. Normally, people are like, you got to pick that intimidating presence on your Arbiter because they only use her in the arena. And at 1-star, it's only going to grant 2.5% increase to a 30% aura. So it would give 1% more attack, basically. I think Arbiter hitting the clan boss for, let's see, I forget what 1% would translate into. It's probably about 22,000. We'll see if she can get a Lightning Orb proc off. When the boss has weaken and decreased defense, that Lightning Cage or orbs or whatever, when they proc, it should hit for I think like 22 or 24,000. Let's see here. Oh my God, man. I can't believe I got the Stag Knight, bro. There's no way. Decrease attack. Yes. So it's going to be very unlikely that my Magic Affinity champions. So there's one Lightning Orb stack. It'll be very unlikely my Lightning Orb champions miss any of their abilities. And by the way, my main account, which isn't, super powerful, but it easily 2-keys Ultra Nightmare and it uses Stagnite to do it. I'm so excited. Yes, Arbiter land that weekend. It's a very, nice strong hit too. It's a very awesome feeling to just play this game with zero expectation, and all of a sudden you 2-key Ultra Nightmare and Cold Heart Pulse. And then you get an Arbiter Soul and a Stagnite pull, man. Like unlocking even just a 4-key Ultra Nightmare chest on a clan that kills it daily is what has made this last week's progress that you're seeing in my recent uploads with all these shards coming out. It's because of the clan bosses. Man, it's throwing me off a little seeing Arbiter have I don't know what you call it, like an angelic tutu there full of electricity. She's got a nice floating buddy there. What do they call that on the wizards in Diablo, Diablo 2 and 3? What is that? Their buddy, I forget. Anyways, In about 5 more turns, Arbiter should proc her third, what do you call it there? Lightning orb and smoke the boss for an additional 20 something thousand. And the reason that it's significant to me, because sometimes I'm only short by like 2 million on the 2 key. And if that blessing gives Arbiter that 2 million extra damage, which I doubt it, but if it did, whew, it's kind of cheesing my way into a guaranteed 2 key every day. I'm still far away from a guarantee. As you see here, like, I've got relentless procs from Alice. When the brimstone lands, because of her relentless procs, is a variable. I can't. I still Stagnite is beyond good. It's the most basic, simple looking kit that they've never changed to my knowledge, and he's been in the game a long time. But it's so good. Any spirit affinity. So I don't know if I have a Bannerlord Bloodshield ring, but you can clear Hard Doom Tower Scarab first one with a Stagnite in a regen set. My main account has him in a bolster set, and he's high defense. He's defense based. So wow, I'm probably at least a week away from booking him even halfway. But we'll see what the clan boss drops. I don't get many books recently, but I'll take a like 5 days in a row of one epic skill tome now. I'd be very happy. And I'm not really going too deep into how these skills, what I'm doing, setting up right now, but I should maybe for some people who are new again. The idea is I just want Arbiter to show the Lightning Cage proc, how much it's worth. So I want to get a weaken on there. 2 turns of weaken. So I don't know. She's got to apply the weaken again. That way I have the full debuffs on the boss to see the value of a 1-star Lightning Cage. I don't think pardon me. I don't think it will ever hit for more than 1%, no matter how many stars are on your blessing. However, if it can hit 4 times in a fight, that might be an extra 100,000 damage. I don't know. Perfect. So, Arbiter has 3 stacks on her next turn. Let's see. There's no decreased defense, though. So I think it's going to hit for like 13K. I think. I'm not. Let's find out. Let's find out right here. No more speculating. Let's see the number. I saw it. Oh, it hits 3 times. That was a 46K 3 times for Arbiter. So that's 140,000 damage, which if decreased defense was on, I wonder if that would increase by another 50%. That's pretty significant, man. I think that 46,000, because the poisons tick for 50. They're not going to show poison ticks for an Arbiter turn. That might push it over the edge for exactly what I've been looking for. Not necessarily on spirit affinity, but here was my other thinking, just to give you the full idea of my thought process in that decision, is Arbiter's the stun target. So she's going to miss a turn here. However, Lightning Cage is always going to go on, whether she's missed a turn or not, because the boss is always going to get that buff. Always. So I wonder if you're really struggling, if somebody like my Tagore, if you have 3 legendary heroes, Alice has her Brimstone, and you bring 2 with a Lightning Cage, then your epic would have the Cruelty and the Faultless Defense on the other epic. It might help you push through. Wow, I didn't know all 3. Maybe it says it in the Blessing skill and I didn't read it correctly. But to have all 3 proc, let's go, Arbiter. The only thing is that you can't obviously speed boost your way into collecting faster orbs. It can only happen every 3 turns on the boss. So basically, every 9 boss turns, Arbiter or whoever has your lightning cage, by the look of it, is going to proc an extra 140,000 damage. There, give or take. Yep, sorry about that. I guess I was supposed to ally protect and I didn't. I get confused, right? Because the boss swaps, on affinity switch. when you're supposed to do your ally protect and when Tagore brings his shield. But whatever. Hopefully, this is going to time out for my Venomage. I'm going to purposely try to save Venemage's decreased defense again and pray that Arbiter has a weaken on for the next Lightning Cages. And so we can verify together live if it matters. Man, that's crazy. That is so good to pull a Stagnite. He really is that good. Like you normally watch this series, I don't get too excited that much about, a hero, but like a Cold Heart or a Kreela was a perfect timing one for I needed the orcs and I got it done. But a Stagnite, especially with only one shard on the progressive during a summon rush, like man, what a beautiful bonus day that was. So my Jarrag can't get a second turn there, I don't think. So here comes Lightning Orb number two. Oh, uh-oh. Okay, Alice, you got to start being careful about how many times you want to go when it's ally protect time, because the boss is going to start hurting us. Okay, Jarag's pretty consistent with a only 60% chance, as you're noticing, to land decrease attack. However, it is the weak affinity against him, so he should never be resisted, at least. And Alice will always strip that buff. She's booked, so it's a 100% chance. She's almost got 400 accuracy. Ooh, Venomage missed. Damn it. That wasn't supposed to happen. Maybe I can get him around to another turn here. It's only a 3-turn cooldown. There you go, Alice. This is when you want Alice proccing her turns. Even though she doesn't have increased attack on, it's still free damage. And if she procs, I didn't see, but if she procs a Giant Slayer or two, it's huge free damage, right? Because I'm trying to stay, a million per turn with the boss, at least. And then you hope you can make it to turn 35 if that's what you're doing. So Arbiter's about to get punched again. And as you're looking, like, I don't have a cleanse on this team. So I can't get rid of that decreased speed, no matter what I do. Yeah, this will work out this time as long as Venomage applies the decreased defense, we're going to see. I think they'll go for like 50k each, maybe. Or sorry. Anyways, Jarag's going to get a second turn because he has increased speed. Okay. So Venomage, come on, come on. All right. So I needed Arbiter to land a weaken. I wonder when the Lightning Cage procs because Arbiter has a two-time hitter and she's going to proc the Lightning Cage. Those orbs are going to hit the boss, I think, on her first hit. So she can't apply the weaken before they hit. So we won't see that effect. But let's look again here. Free damage. Yeah, 56k each. Woo, because the decreased defense was on. That's huge, man. That's what is that? That's 180,000, 170,000 extra damage. So Arbiter's done like an extra 500,000, which is 50% more than what she normally does. So depending how long you can live for, and if you can keep the weaken on the boss, because that would add 25% more to that, to my knowledge. So that would be 14. Maybe they hit for 70,000 each with a weaken and a decreased defense. I'm not sure. But if you're getting 70k on each one of those times, three times maybe four times throughout a fight, that's a million damage. You would essentially double Arbiter's damage just from a 1-star blessing on this clan boss, anyways. Man, that's crazy. Because I'm pretty sure I make it to turn 30. Okay, I always make it to turn 30, but as I said, I don't know having Arbiter picked up like 13% more HP with that 7,500. So those punches are going to hurt her that much more because crushing force is based on enemy max HP, nothing else. So let's boost everybody's speed so I can hopefully get back around to Gore in time. I need Tagore to put on a heal and an increased speed before Arbiter gets punched, or she's definitely dead. Yeah, she's She's above 50% HP there, so she's not going to be able to heal herself at all. Ah, Tagore missed it. I messed up. He should have had a turn there that he didn't have for his shield. So this is going to hurt. Everybody's going to lose and probably pick up a continuous heal buff. Nobody. So he hasn't hit anybody for 20% of their total HP yet because Jareg's passive, if you don't know, whenever an ally loses 20% from one hit, and the boss hits you twice there, so on the next turns, he's definitely hitting them for 20% HP. And part of the reason that he hasn't hit them that hard yet is this heal reduction debuff from Venomage. If you don't know Venomage, that heal reduction debuff means the target does 15% less damage. Well, I've got a question now. If Arbiter gets punched and dies, does she lose her stacks? I forget. I forget. I think you would. I think you, if you get punched and you die, and then you get revived, you start with 0 stacks again. So whatever's going on, we'll find out together. Because Arbiter's pretty close to dying. I'm very curious. I should have boosted with Arbiter first there. That was a mistake. It's okay. Because she would have been at full HP if I used Tagore's heal and speed now. But the reason I did it in the order I did is because it guaranteed that Alice was going to get that turn in. And that's big. I always want, I think Tagore's going to get another turn here. See how he's got an increased speed on? Okay. So I forget what his speed is. He's at like 230 or something. And especially with Arbiter boosting, yeah, he's definitely getting another turn. And that's another key, is to know when to save those A3s from Tagore. The problem is that since I saved it for this turn, that's why the last time he didn't have it available, I think. Again, I get confused. I talk myself into circles, obviously. Perfect. Go, Alice, go. So they're only hitting for 30K, but still, yeah. And that's not where you want the smite to land. Because that's 250 grand that I just lost in damage. However, don't die, Arbiter. Please don't die. I think she's pretty good. She should be okay here. She's almost maxed out. No, I'm going to save the decreased defense for the next turn. Yeah, that makes sense to me. There won't be a weekend on the boss again when Arbiter procs the lightning cage if she survives. This is an if, because even with Jarag's ally protect here, Arbiter's kind of low, right? Let's see what happens here. If she's got a proc, oh, come on. Yes. So, hit him, Arbiter, 56 thousandths. Look at that, man. Oh, it only went once. That's all I saw. Because the other times it was hitting 3 times. I'm not sure. I like that. I like that potential though. This doesn't look like it's going to be a 37 or 40 million or whatever I need, but I'm pretty sure I can get, at least 27 million on this run anyways. But I obviously do a lot better when I'm not trying to entertain and inform while I'm doing the hit. But I think it's important that the community sees exactly my thought process in these kind of incremental differences. Every day, almost in the past week, I've had like an upgrade on an item or a new blessing on a hero, or I got a glyph to increase somebody's speed. So come on, Arby, don't you die. She shouldn't die. She's got that decrease or increased defense, pardon me. She shouldn't die here. She should get like very low, very, very low. All right, come on, don't kill her. Yeah. So that's okay. The fact that she's going to live to turn 30 if she makes it to the next punch, that's good enough for me. And you'll sometimes see like this blue nipple circle above Arbiter, right? That's that two-piece impulse set from Live Arena. When that procs, man, it's really good news. All right, Here we go. Live. Ah, phew. If I could somehow make it to turn 40, which I don't think I ever have on the free to play, he's going to get another turn. Perfect. Um, Arbiter would get another proc of that lightning cage because I'm very curious why it didn't go all three. Maybe it's a chance for each one. I don't know. I thought it was a guaranteed you have three or you have one, but it turned out anyways. Let's take a look here. I should put a weaken on the boss, I think, instead of boosting everybody. No, we're gonna boost. We're gonna boost. Get Jareg another turn. Pick up a little bit of heal from his guardian. Oh, that's damn. Bye bye, Arbiter. Yeah, I can't pick her up for a long time. I think that might be the end of the fight. Hopefully you saw something that, I didn't see and you're able in the comments to help me out or whatever to show or tell why, there was three procs twice and then only one for the lightning cage because that's all I saw. But we'll let the end scoreboard also tell us the tally, obviously. So this is obviously as well the time where you go, oh no, all my people are getting punched and they're dying. That's why I have two revives happily here. Watch what's about to happen. Tagore is not going to res them for this spray. And I'm pretty sure Venomage is dead, but Tagore and Jarag live. Okay? Here's the key. It's the way that I have to switch up the rotation at turn 30 and after. Now I can pick everybody up. Then hopefully Arbiter beats the boss. Oh, she didn't have her move. That's GG. She would have healed everybody there. That would have been amazing. But I think Arbiter's getting punched and dead again. That's okay. It's a 30 million turn, and yeah, she didn't have the lightning orbs, so they definitely reset when you die, which makes sense to me, man. Otherwise, you would just put it on Wukong or something like that and just be OP, or you could. But I wish you all the best in your summons if you're doing any today. Uh, I'm just going to try to force my way through this now. Let's put it on auto for the fun of it and see what they do. There's no way I'm getting 10 million more damage. That's what I need, and I'm not getting that. But not bad. You know, Arbiter should, to my knowledge now, probably put in like 1.4 million damage, I think, because hey, Tagore picked them all up. Not bad. Bye bye, Arbiter. So I can switch gloves on my Tagore to give him like 8 more or 6 more speed. And I'm considering that because it might allow him to res enough time for Arbiter to have gotten turns on those kind of resings where she would use her A2 to heal everybody and meter boost. And then the boss can punch her all he wants after that. Everybody else has got a meter boost. Yeah, this isn't bad. 33 million so far. Can't argue with that. And Alice, as you saw, she did her spin spin sugar, whatever that A2 of hers is called, the clockwork whatever. And as you're noticing, it's kind of on a cycle now where Tagore's the slave master, right? He's like, get up. Arbiter gets punched. He's like, I don't want to fight no more. Tagore's like, get back up. Wow. I put it on auto and look at them go. Not too bad. Turn 40, man. Let's just leave it. I'm beyond curious now. Like, what the hell is this team doing at turn 40 on Ultra Nightmare without a cleanse, without block damage? There it goes. Not bad. Almost 2 key damage. Yeah, look at. So she, she went up by 300,000 damage from that lightning cage. I'm going to keep that because obviously, if I didn't put this to auto, I would have got 35 million there because Alice, I would have used her A1s instead. But yeah, look, 2 key, 65 million damage almost. Wow. The craziness that is getting the hero you want, the exact hero you want, the hero you select, Stag Knight with a one ancient Yolo shard. That's crazy. This was Yaki the Free. Tomorrow Kub Kubab Har Mother Gujarati Mitrio. Thank you very much, my Gujarati friends, and everyone else for watching if you did to the end. And hopefully, Clan Boss tomorrow is going to give a sacred shard or two for another bit of a summon. I'll summon every day if I can, at least one shard if I can, for the YOLO and the fun. Have a great weekend. Shukra Varche. It's Friday. Take care.